Back again with Ben 10 Alien Force, this time Season 2, Episode 11. We're in the final 3 episodes now. Let's see where this all goes. After all, the hybrid invasion is on the horizon. It's coming, and it looks like we're heading up to something big when it does. We know where it's going to take place, we know what's going to happen, and we're picking up a bunch of people for when that time actually comes. Please tell me we're going to get all the Plumber's kids back. We got Alan from Season 1, Manny and Helen and Pierce and Grandpa Max are in the Phantom Zone, in the Null Void. Anyone else? We got the DNA alien who got turned back into a regular person a couple of episodes ago. I don't think Simeon from last episode is going to come back because he actually turned out to be like a bounty hunter for the hybrid, because he was trying to disable a relay station so that anyone on Earth couldn't contact anyone else when the hybrid invaded. Ben ruined that plan because he faked out giving the power crystal for the relay station to Simeon, who then took it back to the hybrid, but it was that air cleaner thing. There was like an acid air cleaner, and then it looked like that hybrid has killed Simeon because he used the acid thing on him, but we never actually saw him die because the kids show is not going to show that. But yeah, I don't think we're going to be seeing Simeon again because the impression was quite clear about what happened. So yeah, I think that's recapping everything so far. Hybrid invasion coming, big event on the way. Let's just see if this episode has anything to do with it, because we've had a lot of episodes where we've had little things adding up to what's coming on. So we'll see if this is just a one-off, although I hope it's not a one-off, because at this point in the season, when there's only 3 episodes left, it would be a waste to have a one-off episode. But then again, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. So yeah, let's just see where this goes. So let's just get into Season 2, Episode 11 of Ben 10 Alien Force, starting now. Mining something. Is that gold? Whoa. I don't recognise that. that drill is screwed. Oh. What's with this swamp thing looking guy? Let me guess. I'm guessing that's Bellwood. Yeah. You're really gonna leave all your stuff? You lazy. You're just gonna take their cart just so you can drag your own thing along. Okay. What is he doing? He's just collecting... I don't know what.
It must be a DNA alien. What else is strong enough to tear down a traffic light? And DNA aliens are mad at the traffic light. Why? I don't know, but... Hold up, guys!
Ouch! He seems like an innocent thing.
Take him out.
Oh yeah! Yeah, that's probably the only one that can go up against him. He seems like a giant child.
I think he loves you.
Oh, I like that. Is he crying? Oh. I kind of feel bad for this guy. Oh! Is that what he's seeing?
Put me down, now! Thank you. I think it's just a baby.
He squished you pretty hard, Gwen.
Yeah.
She thinks they're toys. Look.
She.
What makes makes you think it's a girl? Yeah, if it was a girl, it would have a big bow on the side of its head or something.
Wow.
You didn't pay much attention in health class, did you?
That is the creature.
Or not.
That is our power coupling. Should have known it would be working with you, Tennyson. Me?
He doesn't like that.
Thanks.
Why did they have this imprisoned? It's so wholesome.
Do you want to keep standing around here arguing about it, or help me hide her?
I'd like to keep standing around. Keep arguing about it. If you don't want to know, don't ask.
No, no, no. Not the car.
What are you doing? That's it. Out.
She's just a baby. She didn't know.
Oh. Oh, okay. I thought it was going to get them seen.
It's homie. Okay, guess this is goodbye then. Have a nice life. Worth a shot.
I'm amazed this thing has kept them stealthy this long. Oh, I think, is this like a bigger version of one of those air cleaner things?
Parents. I bet your parents are still inside their pods.
Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, that's not a big air cleaner. Right then. Is there a limit to how much chromostone can take? Oh, Mommy's mad. Mommy's mad.
Something to think about next time you get into an argument with her.
Wake them up.
If that's really the parents in there. Although there's no reason to there is no reason to suspect it's not.
What do you mean this isn't Alpha Proxima? And it's not 1952? Yes, I see.
In 1952.
You think?
There was a time machine experiment that year. It must have affected your ship's engine.
Paradox!
When you crashed, your ship dug a hole in the ground.
But imagine what anyone would need this much crystal quartz for. Maybe a tidewater grid? No, you can't keep it.
What I can't figure is why the translation circuits in her badges and Ben's watch didn't work on Tiny. But I understand you two just fine.
Our daughter can't talk yet. She's just a baby.
Told you.
Yeah, we've been saying that the whole episode. And they're off. Gwen.
These stories. I wonder what it means.
Oh. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, that's a bit rude, isn't it? It's credited as hideous monster in the credits. D. Bradley Baker, of course. Oh, D. Bradley Baker gets to play the mother, and Jeff Bennett was the dad. Okay. How wholesome was that? That was so lovely. You get a look at Gwen's maternal side. Yeah, Kevin, take notes. This is what it's going to be like when you have kids with Gwen, preferably. Maybe we'll see that in a Ben 10,000 episode or something. Gwen and Kevin's kids. It was a one-off episode, but honestly, I'm not that mad about it because it was just too adorable. Let me just rank this. where am I putting this in the ranking? Let's see. Is it better than the... It's not going to be high up there, but don't get me wrong. Every episode of this season has been good. Like, there's not one that I've been like, oh, that's not that great. Unless I was angry about it, like the Parents episode. But that was just... It's intentionally frustrating you, that episode. So, is it better than the Big Chill episode? I think it is. But is it better than the episode with Ship and the Forever Nights? I'm only gonna put it above this episode simply because of the humour of Kevin with the with Tiny. So yeah, episode 11 goes third from the bottom. So as it stands right now, episode 8 still holds the top spot because that Null Void episode was fantastic. Episode 9, episode 5, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 10, episode 7, episode 11, episode 6, and episode 4. Yeah, so it's third from the bottom, but that does not mean that it's bad. It was quite good. I enjoyed it a lot. Mainly because of its humour with Kevin. So yeah, we just started off with Tiny. I don't know what else to get to Tiny. I'm not going to call it as it's credited, and I'm not going to call it as it's credited as Hideous Monster. I'm not going to call it that. Yeah, Tiny just woke up from her stasis pod, and then she escapes this hive, this mine that the DNA aliens are in. What did they call it at the end? Crystal quartz, which I'm assuming, since the Parents said it at the end, it's like a power source for their teleporter pad, which they referenced at the end because we know that's what they're building. So they're mining all this stuff as a power source for their teleporter pad in Lost Soledad. And yeah, the baby. We learned it was a baby later on, but it was a kid, and it was just going around collecting all this random stuff because I was completely confused. Like, what are you doing with all this stuff? But then when we got to the fight with Ben, Gwen, and Kevin against Tiny, you just saw all this innocent stuff in it. You started recognizing the attitude of a child. It was going on random tantrums, and it was smiling at things, and it just started playing with the power coupling. So you really got the sense that it was just a child, that she was just a child. And Gwen was the one who sensed that. Gwen is the observant one in the group. So yeah, after she just laid it out on us that she is just a baby. We also got a POV from Tiny. Apparently she sees the anodite that's inside Gwen. Because obviously we know that Gwen is part anodite, part human. From the episode with the grandmother last season, we know that Gwen could just shed her human body and just be an anodite. So Tiny sees that. Tiny sees the anodite that's inside Gwen. And so then it just, after that, and obviously with the DNA aliens showing up as well, like proving Gwen's theory that Tiny's innocent. We got a bit of a maternal side coming out from Gwen, a bit of a motherly side. So yeah, this is what Kevin has to look forward to. I love that little moment when Gwen is like, "Do you want to keep arguing about it or help? Do you want to keep arguing about it or just stand around?" I think that's what she said. I need to see that moment again.
Do you want to keep standing around here arguing about it or help me hide her?
I'd like to keep standing around. I'd like to keep arguing about it.
Yeah, that's the moment. That's the moment I was looking for. Do you want to stand around and keep arguing about it or help me hide her? And they're just like, I want to keep standing around and arguing about it. I love that moment. They're not afraid of saying what they think around Gwen. I love it. They're not ready to be dads yet, although Ben is technically a teenage mother with the Big Chill episode. Although Ben is the ultimate absentee mother, because Literally, as soon as those big chill babies were born, they left. So, yeah. You're lucky social services doesn't cover alien kids. Otherwise, you'd be paying all that child support off. So yeah, then it just became a matter of hiding her. I was almost ready to get angry. I couldn't get angry at this baby. I couldn't get angry at Tiny, but then I almost did when she bit the front of the car off. But then, yeah, the reaction from Kevin just made it funny. And so then we just went back to the cave where we found Tiny in the first place, where the DNA aliens were mining the crystal quartz. And we learnt a little later that it's just a family ship, and Baby was the only one. Tiny was the only one to wake up, and the parents were still in their stasis pods. All that was left then was to fight off the DNA aliens, with Gwen being the final blow after Tiny got hurt. Yeah, you got the very protective mother coming out there. I was hoping when that happened, when Ben said, like, that's something to remember when you argue with her next time, I was hoping he would say, like, that's something to remember when you have kids. But I guess everyone is very oblivious to the romance that goes on between Gwen and Kevin, especially Ben. So yeah, I understand why they didn't say that. Once the fight was done, the DNA aliens left. Then we had to wake up the parents. And then we got a few answers. Because up until that point, we had no... Besides the DNA aliens' involvement, there was no connection whatsoever to the big storyline that was going on besides the appearance of the DNA aliens. But that's not much of one. Because the DNA aliens appear in almost every single episode. But this was when we got the connection. The parents could speak, and they were travelling to the other end of the galaxy when in 1952 a disturbance caused them to crash land on the planet, and they've been sleeping ever since. And 1952 was Dr. Paradox's experiment in Los Soledad, the time travel experiment from last season, episode 10. So yeah, once again, this is a side effect of something that's happened before, of an event we've seen before. I just love how it's all connected. It's so good. You could have just had this be a one-off episode. The writers of this show are so good. You could have just had this be a one-off episode and have them just crash land for no reason. But they decided to connect it to the Paradox stuff. From last season. So they had no reason to do that, but they just did because they want to keep it connected. And then the parents also said that they were mining all this crystal quartz for a power source for the teleporter pad, which is also referencing what the DNA aliens' grand plan is, also in Los Soledad. So the event that caused them to crash was the time travel event that was in Los Soledad, and now they also gave us the answer that the crystal quartz are the power source for the teleport pad that is in Los Soledad. So I love that they connect all this stuff. It's great. I don't know if they're the same writers for this show. I know Man of Action is like the producer or the studio that makes Ben 10, but I wonder if the writers are different. Because I think in the original show, when the writing... I don't think the writing was as good in the original show. I think it would have just been for no reason. Like, I think they would have had the parents crash for no reason, and I think the mining would have just been for no reason. But I love that they're connecting all this stuff to the big picture. Yeah, this is great. I've already... The parents then decided to take off. We got a little goodbye from Tiny, and so... yeah, they took off. Gwen had to say goodbye to her temporary child. And then when they were leaving, Tiny said her first words, and it was Gwen. Gwen was Tiny's first words. Isn't that so wholesome? So sweet. This was just a wholesome episode. I loved it. It's put me in a good mood. This is Monday morning now. It is 6:15 in the morning. I'm going to be going to work in 45 minutes. So how wholesome was this? It's put me in a nice little mood. But yeah, that's all we've got for this week. This was a good episode. Despite being low down on the ranking, that does not mean it's bad. This season has been great. No episode has been bad. I've never been disappointed with an episode. Yeah, it's just been good. So yeah, that's all we've got for this week of Ben 10 Alien Force. Until next time, we are over and out. Bye!